Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Team Lotus Box video. Today I'm going to be talking about Underworld Breach. So in preparation for our Lotus Box tournament this weekend, we're going to be hosting a Pioneer 1K that's going to be played through MTG Melee on Sunday, and so I'm going to be commentating that, and I'm excited about it, so I feel like I need to get back into the swing of Pioneer just a little bit. So in order to do that, I'm going to be playing through a league of Pioneer, and my weapon of choice today is going to be with Underworld Breach. So some background on this deck. It, for a moment, had taken over Pioneer in a pretty big way back when the player stores were going on, because in Player Store Phoenix, a lot of players ended up playing it, and it was kind of not respected very much, and it ended up doing very well. And for a little bit after that, people thought that this was kind of like the end of Pioneer, and Underworld Breachers had to get banned. However, the format was able to kind of catch up to it and adapt, and a lot of people ended up putting Damping Spheres in their sideboard, and that seemed to kind of fix the issue, because these Underworld Breaches went away when everybody was really prepared for it with Damping Sphere, because not only does Damping Sphere really crimp your Lotus fields, it turns it into just a single colorless producing land. Not great when you have to sacrifice 2 lands when you're playing Lotus Field, but it also prevents you from comboing because it makes all of your spells progressively more and more expensive. So that card ended up being a big issue for this deck, and when everybody was chock full of Damping Spheres in their sideboard, this deck kind of fell off the bandwagon. However, right now, everybody's focus is not on Underworld Breach. Everybody's focus is on Inverter and Mono White and all this other stuff, Spirits a little bit. So people aren't really, it seems like people are starting to lose respect for this deck a little bit. And as a result, I want to spin it through League, see how it performs, see if people are still respecting it a lot with the Damping Spheres. I think that I'll expect to play against some Damping Spheres, which is why I'm packing some hate for it, but not a crippling amount. Like there was right after the Pro Tour. This is actually going to be my first time playing this deck. I've been playing a good amount of Pioneer. I played in PT Phoenix, but I actually never got a chance to play this deck myself. So this league for me is going to be a lot of learning. So hopefully y'all can come along with me and learn as well. So yeah, let's jump into some games. All right, here we go. First hand with Breach, we've got Lotus Field, we've got Breach, we've got Hidden Strings, we've got some ramp. Seems pretty great. We're just gonna need a way to fill up our graveyard to really get going with all this. So like a Fae to find our sideboard. Tome Scour would be perfect. But let's see what our deck delivers. We're gonna be on the draw. Mountain. I've heard some mixed reviews about the mono red matchup. Some people tell me it's not very good just because they're so fast. I don't really know what the answer to that is. But I imagine that having a Grazer start is exactly what we want. Another mountain. So let's see, what can we do this turn? I mean, if we draw into something crazy, I could see us potentially being able to go off and do something, but I don't imagine that's the case, and I'm not really under any pressure to get started, so I kind of actually just want to play the Temple this turn. Is that crazy? So if I play the Temple this turn, next turn I could play the Lotus Field, untap it with a Vizier, copy it, So I could do all that stuff next turn as well, but this turn, do I like have any benefit of playing it? So I lose the Thespian stage, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, I want to save this Thespian stage. So I'm just gonna play my Scryland and dig towards something that'll fill my graveyard. I do not want another Lotus Field. I have access to plenty of mana with all these Thespian stages that can copy it, so let's get rid of that. And pass. Is this some sort of Rabble Master effect? A Boros Reckoner. Sure. It's not terribly scary. I did bottom that, right? Yeah. Moto's silly. Alright. Let's add some mana. Let's play our Lotus Field. Sack those. Let's cycle. Oh, yeah. Untap my Lotus Field. Draw a Blast Zone. It's not the best. So now I'll just pass with the plan of copying our Lotus Field in the end step. Really just one like payoff short of being able to go off here, it feels like. So do I block? Might as well, right? Yeah, if they play a Glory Bringer next turn and Exert, then I won't be able to block, so get my 3 life points in. Chandra. Sure. So I'm sure that the pressure is going to be ramping up pretty soon. For now, I'm not super concerned. What on earth is this? Search your library for up to 4 Minotaur creature cards with different names. Put them onto the battlefield, then check your library. Okay. Okay. Is there some combo with Minotaurs that involves Boros Reckoner that I don't know about? I don't know, but I'm now excited about this match. All right, give me another Lotus Field. Untap, draw, kind of nothing. So do we want to play Thespian Stage to have another Lotus Field? Or do we want to hold up Blast Zone? Because if we played Blast Zone, we could like pump it for 2 and untap it in the Lotus Field and pop it. So if there is some sort of like crazy Boros Reckoner combo, this could insulate me from it. And I don't think I need the mana. So let's just do that. We'll be extra safe. So we'll this is technically leaving up popping a Blast Zone on 3 if we need to. Cathartic Reunion. Okay. Interesting. Fanatic of Mogus. Okay, so I think that's probably going to be a card involved in this combo. So shall I have 4 Minotaur? So if you just get 4 of these, how much damage is that? 4 times 16 plus a lot if you already have a board state. That's cool. I think I'm just gonna do the play I was talking about. Because if we draw something, we have so much mana that I think that we can afford to lose all this. And this is like a lot of pressure that I'll be getting rid of. So let's so we're adding 2 counters to our Blast Zone. We're going to untap This is a sorcery. Hilarious. Okay, never mind. I'm crazy. I'm also taking a lot of damage. Okay, so definitely a misstep on my part. For some reason, I thought this was an instant. It's not. Don't mind me. I'm just at 7 over here. And I am dead. Well, I guess not necessarily. So this is only 6 on board, and we did pump this up. So I guess I should have potentially done that on my turn, but it's fine. We'll just play Thespian Stage. We'll pass the turn. Wait. Okay, so if I can do this trick now and blow up both Chandra and Fanatic, and that's more damage. Okay, so yeah. While we're still in our main phase, I'm gonna add 1 counter. Yeah. I'm gonna flip some mana. I'm gonna untap these 2. Yeah. Yep. I do not want to use Cypher's ability. And then I'll go ahead and use this floating mana to... I guess we'll copy... Do we want to copy Field or do we want to copy Blast Zone? Probably Field. Because I think that we're going to need to kill them next turn no matter what. And then, yeah, we'll go ahead and blow this up now. And hopefully we draw some sort of payoff next turn. Whoa! Whoa! Excuse me! I guess I should have blown it up for 3. Hilarious. Okay. So we're playing against a Ironcrag Feat deck. Alright. Well, we kind of got mushed game 1. I think that we were supposed to be pretty favorite game 1, but we just didn't draw any of our stuff. We needed like Fae, pour the pages, strategic planning, something to go off with. We just kind of floated out. So what do we want here for this matchup? Probably I want to board in an Anger of the Gods. I'd like to be able to cast that on 3 and not have to wish for it. I'm not super interested in any of the other cards here. I think Ugin's a little too slow. Although maybe I'm just underestimating the ramp potential of this deck. Blink's probably fine to slow them down. State Wayfinder blocks. I don't think I need Thassa's Oracle. So let's try this. Oh, you know what? I probably should be boarding in something like the Fog or the Dissenter's Deliverances. This hand seems pretty good. Let's keep it. What am I looking for with this hand? I'm looking for like potentially a Thespian Stage or Hidden Strings. I don't think I need the land. I think my objective is just going to be to go fast here. There's our hidden strings. See if we can find anything with strategic planning. Yeah, let's pick up this Fae. Although the other stuff goes into the graveyard, and that you could just cast it from the graveyard with Underworld Breach. You can cast Granted from the graveyard, right? With Breach. I'm not crazy about that. Either way, I think I'm probably just going to pick up this Fae. And pass the turn. How much mana are we going to have access to next turn? So we can play Lotus Field, untap with the Vizier, that's 3. Oh my goodness. Okay. Opponent is also ramping up. Hey, look, an Anger the Gods. So 3 down to 1. So +2 with the hidden strings. So 3 again. Yeah, I don't think that we can really do much with Breach this turn. So the question is, do we want a Sylvan Scrying for a Thespian stage, or do we want to... I guess we can do a bunch of stuff this turn. So we can Lotus Field, Vizier, untap it, cast Sylvan Scrying. Yeah, let's do that. Lotus Field. Untap it with Vizier. And then let's just get a Thespian stage. Okay. That's all for now. All right, we discarded Ironcrag Feet. Okay, so that kind of leads me to believe that they have all the mana that they need. Because they could have just cast Ironcrag Feet last turn with this. That's kind of cool and spooky for me. So they're probably just looking for cards that do stuff. We drew a Hidden Strings. So how much mana do we have access to? So we can play Thespian Stage, float 4. These will be +2s. So 4, 6. Well, and can we get so we float 4, we untap, we activate Thespian Stage, we untap again. Yeah, that seems like a lot of mana. So okay, so Thespian Stage, float 4, we untap these 2. Yes, yes. No. Now I'm going to copy the Lotus Field. And then I'm going to flip blue, Hidden Strings again on these 2. Yes, yes. No. Okay, so we should be able to, from here, just go off with Underworld Breach, right? So we can float red, cast Underworld Breach, float some more blue, cast Hidden Strings on these, exiling some cards. Yes. Yes. No. It's kind of annoying that it asks you to do that every time. Let's cast Granted. Let's get Tome Scour. All right, and I think that this is just lethal. So we'll Tome Scour ourselves a couple of times. Make sure we're floating enough mana, so Hidden Strings. We can cast Granted. For Jace. All right, and that should be all she wrote. So let's Tome Scour. I'm gonna need to get a lot faster at this. Oops, nope, we wanna Hidden Strings. Tome Scour. Tome Scour. Hello. Okay, Hidden Strings. Oops. Tome Scour. All right, I'm sure there are things that I could be doing that would make it a guaranteed kill. Like, I guess technically, I don't know what they can have for 1 mana, but we're just gonna do it like this. Me. All right. So we'll have an exciting race against the clock for game 3. So we didn't see any hate cards, but I do, just in case, want to board in these deliverances. And they did show me the How does fog read? It's just combat damage. They did show me some enchantments that I could technically hit with Unravel the Aether, but I don't really think that that is going to be that necessary. On the draw, I think Anger is going to look a little better. What can I trim on? Trim on Dig. Trim on a... I want to go fast, so I don't want to trim on the Vizier. I think the Blink is going to be good. Do I really need this Anger? Maybe not. I think that they're actually more of like a combo deck than anything else, based on what I saw in game 2. So let's try this. All right, gotta play fast. Moto is unforgiving to new combo players. This hand looks pretty good. We've got our Sylvan Scrying. We've got our Fae. So we just need... Yeah, I think that honestly this has everything that we need. So let's keep it. Let's try not to waste too much time. Black mana? What is that? All right, Moto, come on. It shouldn't take 10 seconds to play a land. Okay, wow. What land do we want to lose? Thespian Stage, number 2 is probably redundant. All right, Lotus Field. Yes. Boros Arcaner. Spooky, now that I know that they have a deal 20 in their deck. Okay, let's cast Strategic Planning. Oh no, I floated the wrong mana. We want this Hidden Strings. Let's play Lotus Field. Let's sack our lands. Yes. All right, let's do this math now. Unless we're just dead. Fnatic Mogus. Okay, that's not us just being dead. So we are at 13. They have 7 on board. So, okay, so if we go Thespian Stage, float 4, untap both, cast Underworld Breach, untap both again with Hidden Strings. No, I think that we need one more turn. So I'm going to play... So wait, 4, 5, 6... Underworld Breach, Hidden Strings... Did I just have a kill here? Wait, okay, so we tap. So 4, untap, 2 floating. Use that for Underworld Breach. Cast. So I have those untapped. Underworld Breach is in play. I spend 3 to, or spend 2 to copy. Of 1. No, I don't think I'm quite there for this turn. So I'm just going to play this, pass, and kill him next turn. And hope I'm not dead. There might have been a kill here that I missed, but given the time pressure, I just need to move. I'm not dead to another Fanatic. That would be 7 plus another 5 is just 12. So that's good. They need to come up with 6 damage here. And I don't think that's going to do it. So let's see if we can kill him in 4 minutes. Ooh, scary. All right, copy this. Yeah. Okay. Red. Blue. Yes. Yes. No. Breach. Mana. Granted. Yes. Scar. Significant delay on these clicks. Kind of frustrating. Come on, Botanical Sanctum, let's go. No, fuck. No. Oh no! Out here! Come on! Oh, devastating. Alright, well, that was exciting. We didn't get there, but we would have won this match. I don't know why... I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna go reset my internet and hopefully we can be faster next time. See you for the next game. Alright, welcome back to the second game. I'm going to be trying to play a lot faster this time, so not too fast though. I still want to, give good commentary and talk about my thought process and all that stuff. But it's definitely clear that I'm going to have to... Okay, so I don't think that we can mulligan this just because we have, the lands that we're looking for. But we don't have anything really to do with it all, so hopefully we can draw into something good. Alright, off to the races. Lead with Grazer, put in our temple. Don't need another land. Pass the turn. See what we're up against this time. Looks like we are playing against Heroic. Okay. Or the Pages is an interesting one. Let's scrying for a Thespian Stage and player Lotus Field. I want to time this block appropriately. To maybe that was a free block there, but my goal is to time the block so that I'm saving the most damage possible. Ooh, blink of an eye. I think that we just want to develop our mana. We can start going off next turn with Pour of the Pages, start doing some crazy stuff. I think game one should be pretty good for us. Titan Strength. Okay. Putting it on the Trampler, that makes sense. So do we want to soak up 3 damage, or do we want to soak up the 1 damage? Oh, well, I guess they're taking that option away from us. That's smart. Yeah, so let's go ahead and soak up our I guess 5 damage now. And then we're going to copy our Lotus Field. And we should now really be able to go off and do some crazy stuff. So let's start with the let's start with the cycling of the Vizier. Because you typically want to draw more cards before you have to discard anything to give yourself more options. Strategic planning, okay. So we've got 7 mana, so we can start with this. Grab a Fae. Let's go ahead and pour over the pages. And we found everything we needed. So we don't need this grazer. I guess we'll go ahead and float some mana, cast Hidden Strings. And I'll try to do this as fast as possible this time. So I'm going to breach. I want to Fey. For my Tome Scour, go ahead and Tome Scour myself. Can do it one more time. And then we will Hidden Strings. We have our Thassa's Oracle in our deck this time. I feel like the last game, if we'd had our Thassa's Oracle in our deck, we could have got there, but we had to do a bunch of other shenanigans to win. Tome Scour ourselves a bunch. Do the thing. Done. Yes, yes, no. Bunch of blue mana. Tome Scour myself. So what? 2 more Tome Scours, and then a Thassa's Oracle should do it. All right. There we go. Nice and simple. So the card that I know that this deck brings in this matchup is some sort of silence effect. I don't think that they're going to have anything like a Damping Sphere. So I think Fog is going to be excellent. And then these Wraths are potentially going to be able to save us. So let's bring all those in. I'm not exactly sure which of these effects we want to like have a bunch of extra copies of with Fae. Like I could see Fog being something really like convenient to be able to Fae for, so I'm actually going to leave the Fog in the sideboard. But I will bring in the Ugin in that case, just so like all the sweepers I can draw into, but then like if I need to in a like early on in a pinch Fog or something, I can Fae for that. Maybe that's bad logic, but it's what I'm going to go with. I think the Wayfinder's actually good in this matchup. I think Blink is good in this matchup. So let's go to Dig. And again, I just don't expect to need the Thassa's Oracle. We can try them on that. And then we got a Portal of the Pages. All right, let's clear mulligan. This has a lot of what we're looking for, but it's a little awkward because we're going to need to draw a land. And I think it's just going to be a little too slow. Man, if this hand is too slow, then being on the draw against this matchup is pretty scary without a grazer. We do have the, like if we draw a green source, then this hand is pretty insane. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna keep. Let's get rid of one of those. We need to draw land. If we draw green source right away, then this hand turns into something I'm pretty happy with. But I don't think that mulliganing to 5 is going to be that much better for us. Drew another grazer. Not the best. All right, now we really need to hit our second land drop. Otherwise, we're going to be pretty far behind in what we're trying to do. I guess we could hit, like, we could brick here and then hit a green source next turn, and that would be kind of the same. Sure, that plays. I will accept. I don't think I want that, though. Ooh, rest in peace. Well, just as I bottomed my bounce spell, looks like I needed it. Oh, just kidding. Okay, so let's play Blast Zone. Yeah, I mean, we're going to need this Blast Zone to pop for 2. How quickly can we do that, given everything? Can we incorporate this hidden string somehow? So if we play Blast Zone and then Grazer in the Lotus Field, next turn we're untapping with Blast Zone and Lotus Field. Then we could tap for 3, 2 counters. So we're not popping it for a minute. So what if we just played the Blast Zone and charged it up this turn, and then next turn we could play our Lotus Field, floating some mana, untap with hidden strings, and pop the Blast Zone? Or we wouldn't even need to... Yeah. That would do it. I think that's actually better. Let's play this first. All right, they didn't pump or anything, so that's not bad. And they're playing another 2. That's great for us. So let's charge it up. Sanctum. If that was an untapped land, it would be better. As it stands, I think that I'm going to... So we're going to lose our hidden strings to the rest in peace, because I think that we're going to need to pop this turn. I really don't want them to untap with these. So let's float some mana. Play Lotus Field, sack these 2, untap, Lotus Field and Blast Zone, and then we can Blast Zone, we can activate Blast Zone and cast Grazer. Yeah. I'm sad that I'm losing my stage, but I don't think I can sequence it in a way to not do that and still pop blast in this turn. All right. Man, I've been doing a lot of thinking through all this. So I'm definitely going to need to learn how to play faster with this deck. Whoa, my Grazer. Another Lotus Field. All right, well, if we had another land, what could we wish for that's good here? I guess we're kind of getting punished for having all of our Wraths in our sideboard. Maybe we just play out the Fae and the Grazer? Is that crazy? If we wished for a Tome Scour, does that open up us like hitting anything next turn? I think it's... I'm kind of scared that we're going to die next turn. They've got 3 spells in hand. I'm just going to play the... I'm just going to play the Grazer. Uh-oh. So this is 5, so they need 1 more spell. They don't have it, but what can we get that gets us out of this? Strategic planning. All right, let's... Blast Zone. Well, we're a mana off from popping it. It's unfortunate. So we're dead. Man, once again, we're going into game 3. I have 50 more seconds this time. That's good. Still kind of spooky. All right, we have an Hour of Devastation, but we don't have... We have 2 temples that could scry towards some stuff. I actually think this hand's too bad. I'm going to mulligan it. This hand is much better. Keep this. Let's get rid of this Vizier. I think it does the least. We have a blink for a hate piece. Should be good. We don't need a second Sylvan's Crying. Tap land. Okay. Let's go ahead and cast our Sylvan's Crying. Maybe we did want the second Sylvan's Crying for Thespian Stage to really unlock our mana. Worth considering. All right, rest in peace. We have the blink, so I'm not hugely concerned. Let's just go ahead and... do we want to cast this Fae? I think I do want to cast this Fae. Actually... Yeah, because we have everything we need, and if this Fae ends up in the graveyard, that's fine. But if they kill it, that's kind of not great, but I think it's going to be alright. I am now wishing that I kept the Sylvan Scrying on top. Just because getting a Thespian Stage here to really unlock our mana would be great. Feather, alright. Okay, I'll definitely take a land. So now the question is, when do we fire off this blink? Certainly not yet. Let's give it a couple of turns, probably. I think that we want to give ourselves the highest chance to be able to go off, so I'm going to wait until we are our opponent is presenting lethal to go for it here. All right, but they are Reckless Raging. We can't just bounce right now. Yeah, this is bad. I'm getting punished for playing out our Fae, but hopefully we can draw into something else. I certainly don't want to goodness, this is a lot of damage. All right, we're not casting anything this turn because we're not going to go for it next turn. I want to give it one more turn, at least. We could bounce this, but I just really can't beat the Rest in Peace on its own. So, should have kept the Fae in hand, should have kept the Sylvan Scrying on top. We're learning, we're learning. Taking 7 here. They have Rage, Titan Strength, and Defiant Strike in hand. Pretty good ones. Love a land. Yeah, definitely take a land. All right, so let's see. So yeah, we're gonna have to try to go off next turn because they're gonna be able to deal just as much damage this turn. I don't think they can kill us this turn though. So famous last words, I know. Yeah, Titan Strength. So that's 6. Seven. Oh, is this a double strike? Yikes. All right, so we are going to have to try to blink the Feather. Definitely not ideal because we're not going to be able to win through this Rest in Peace. But hopefully this bought us a lot of time. Time, something I need desperately right now. I did fizzle this Boros Charm, didn't I? I didn't put it in their hand. I guess I didn't. Or no, it is exiled. Okay, great. So let's Sylvan Scrying for Blast Zone. And charge it up once. And then hopefully we can draw into something good for next turn. Are we not yielded? Come on. Oh, it's because I have floating mana. I'm not motoing very well today. I've been playing Moto for 5 years now. Should be better. There's the feather. There's that. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, we're very dead next turn. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. Oop. Did not want to go to combat. All right. Let's blow this up. Let's. Do we want to scry first? Well, I don't think we want to use our land drop quite yet. Let's untap. That, I think, lets us live. So that's not bad. That's a redraw with mana, so I think we top it and play this Grazer out. All right. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot about this card. Okay, we're dead. Unlike the last match that I would have timed out, this one that I'm gonna time out in, I think I'm just dead this turn, so justice. Although I think that, you know, I certainly ended up with enough mana to be able to go off had I kept the Fae in hand and not just played it out under the Rest in Peace. So I think I certainly got hasty there. And probably should have talked the Sylvan Scrying. Yeah. So, you know, still learning with this deck. I think I could have won this match. So we'll just have to note that in terms of me understanding whether or not this deck is good. On to the next. All right, we are back for our third match. We've got Lotus Field and Thespian Stage and plenty of lands. We don't have a lot of action with this hand, but I think it's worth keeping. It's just so important to have turn 3 Lotus Field that I think between the Scry and the strategic planning, we should be able to get there. Because just one Fae should be enough to turn us on. Forest. What are we playing against? Some sort of green strategy. Sure. It's kind of free to just keep those on top because with Lotus Field they cycle with positive mana, so not bad. Getting attacked, that's fine. Let's go with strategic planning. Yep, grab this breach, and then we have a strings in our graveyard. That's not bad at all. What are we looking at here? So they are using a Nykthos to power out. Whoa. Never seen that been able to be undo before. Whoa. Okay. Huh. Weird. I think that they were probably trying to cast a Vivian, and it did not work out for them. So... okay, we drew a Fae, so we kind of have everything we need. We just need to get our mana online. So it's likely that this turn we're going to play Lotus Field, and then next turn we're going to be able to copy it and potentially go off from there. So let's Sylvan Scrying. We already have a Thespian stage, so I think getting like a Blast Zone for backup against something that my opponent could do would be a good plan. And then we'll play this. Sack these. Alright, opponent played some more ramp. Not too spooky yet. Alright, can we do much this turn? So we can copy. So we can go up a mana with Vizier. And we could have 2 left over after we copy, but we can't. We don't have a hidden streaks in hand, so we can't untap. So I think that we're just going to play Thespian Stage and pass. Not too worried about Anissa, and I think that we have it all wrapped up next turn. So let's do this. Cast Underworld Breach, Hidden Strings, after we float some mana. Granted for our combo card, and that should be all she wrote. Alright, I think I'm getting faster this. It's nice. Alright. So playing against mono green, I think that what they are planning on doing against us is resolving a Karn, getting a something to disrupt our graveyard, and then after that they have like big mana Karn targets that can really shut us off. So we want to make sure that we have answers for those. I think bringing in 3 of these and then this in order to having this to Fey for is ideal. Do we want to have some sort of counter spell? I don't think so. Ugin's probably a really good wish target here. I'm kind of tempted to bring in this Niv Mizzet to pressure down the Planeswalkers. I'm gonna do that. I don't know if that's right or not, but how bad could it be? As is tradition, let's cut Stas's Oracle. I just feel like once you're going off, you just don't. Maybe there are some like kills that this enables that I do not know about yet, but since I don't know about them, it seems unnecessary. Whoa. Moto just had an update, and so it's like I'm doing weird stuff now. Anyways, what do we want to cut? We've got 4 cuts to make. I don't think the Sado Wayfinder is very good in this matchup. Blink of an eye, it's probably fine. Cut dig and a pour, and let's cut Sauce Oracle. Okay, this hand seems strong. We just have a lot of dig and some ramp, so it's not bad. Let's give it a shot. Then we lead on Yavimaya Coast. That way we'll save a damage because we can put this breeding pool in tapped. I wonder if there's any merit to playing out Vizier. Alright, wow, our opponent really exploded that turn. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't think I want to play out the Vizier. I'd rather cycle with it because we are looking for some action. And this way, like if I hit a Lotus Field or something, I'm going to want to play it. Yeah. Lotus Field. Let's play the Lotus Field. And pass. Alright, let's see what our opponent has. Vivian. And this is a Damping Sphere? No, it's a Llanowar Elves. I wonder if my opponent has any kind of spooky cards to get from... it's not a bad draw. Any spooky cards that our opponent could get from their sideboard. I'm actually going to start off by cycling here. I think with what we have like outs to actually win this turn with the Hidden Strings and the Vizier. Because we can cycle, untap, play Thespian Stage, copy, untap both. So we could have 6 mana this turn. But let's see what we draw off the cycle. All right, that is enough to make me want to go for it. So play Thespian Stage. Copy Lotus Field. Hidden Strings, untap these 2. Pour over the pages. We don't need another Lotus Field. All right, so if we don't hit the strategic planning, we'll have to stop. Vizier. Another Thespian Stage. Okay, so kind of wrecked there, but let's see what our opponent can do to disrupt us now. Given my hand, I think it would be more scary if they tutored for something that put a lot of pressure on me. But I think that they're potentially going to want to like find something like a scavenging ooze or something, which would also be annoying. I don't know. But you know what? This might be an Ugin game where my opponent does a bunch of stuff, and then if I draw Fey, I should be able to Fey into Ugin. I don't think I need to soak up 3 just yet, so we'll get our extra 1. What is this? Walking Ballista. Okay. That's definitely spooky because Ugin does not sweep that up. Oh, well, we have this Unravel. I definitely should have considered unraveling it there instead. Let's scry. Sure. And let's go ahead and unravel this ballista now. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they're going to be, oh, well. Well, no, I took up the 3 with the, okay, great. Yeah, let's hit this ballista. And then we're just really hoping that this Vizier cycles us into something like a Fey. I've seen a lot of cards to brick. Oh, you know what? This Vivian should be able to find lethal. With like a questing beast. I think a questing beast is lethal here. No, no, because then I can jump the mystic because it won't have trample. All right, I think I have one more turn. Okay. I believe I'm going to 1 here. And opponent just had another land. So here we go. This is for all the marbles. Oh, you know what would also be pretty good is a, or no, the last one wouldn't do it because their opponent would be able to get a questing beast and kill me. Nope, that's not it. Just a bunch of Thespian stages. Kind of unfortunate that we went through half our deck without finding anything, but that is what it is. We still got game 3. And I do like how I sideboarded. Niv would have been a good draw there, so I want to keep that in. Some of these would have been good. Yeah, let's bring this Hour of Devastation over. I guess a Blink. No, Blink seems like it would have been strong as well. What should we cut? Let's cut a Vizier. All right, what do we got? We got a bunch of mana. And a Deliverance. And a Blast Zone. I think I can do better on the play. Yeah. Nice. We have our Hour of Devastation. Seems pretty sweet. I think I want to bottom the Vizier. just because we need all these lands, it feels like. If we can set up an early hour, that'd be neat. And I want to keep the Thespian stage, and I'll sack the Blast Zone, so we'll put the Blast Zone in play now. Second Lotus Field is not great. But let's go ahead and get it online. 2 mana. This is a Haven, Burning Tree. Whoa. Another Burning Tree. Also, whoa. Well, I hope they don't have a Nykthos. But given that they kept a hand without an elf, I would assume that they're going to follow up with the Nykthos here. There it is. So hopefully whatever they're doing here we can clean up with an Hour of Devastation. It looks like I will be able to do so. So we're just going to go ahead and jump. Save our 3 points. Alright, well, can't do anything else, so we'll sweep everything up, and then hopefully we can find something to do. Oh, you know what, we could have, that was bad. We could have Sylvan Scrying for an untapped land, just to develop our mana a little more. We could have found like a Blast Zone. I think that would have been better. See what their follow-up is. It's mana. 3 mana, Jade Light Ranger. Okay. And they found a Karn. It's kind of spooky. Hidden Strings. Alright, well, so we have our mana, and we just don't have any action. So let's Sylvan Scrying. And I think that we're kind of priced into getting a Blast Zone here. Yeah. And I don't know what I'm going to put it on yet. We could use this mana to pump it up twice, but if they end up like finding something like a Damping Sphere, we definitely want to just pump it up once. I think this Karn is going to be pretty tough to fight through. Pithing Needle. Okay. So they're going to Pithing Needle Blast Zone. Let's put a counter on it. There's nothing else that they could Pithing Needle, I don't think. So I don't really want to save the Blast Zone to blow it up if they don't name it. I guess it would have been fine to wait. But we have Disenchants in our deck, so. Yeah. That's fine. Could really use something here before this Karn gets out of hand. That's could be something. Let's cast Strategic Planning. And a Fae. Okay. Do we do it? So let's see. 4 mana. Yeah, I think this is a win. Let's Hidden Strings these two. Let's cast Breach. Flip some more mana. Hidden Strings these two. Let's cast Granted. For Tome Scour, and we've seen this plenty of times, so I'll spare everybody. Hopefully in editing. Okay, our opponent has decided to spare everybody. Sweet, we got one. All right, back for the fourth match. We've got plenty of mana. We've got some stuff to do with it. I think that this is a keep. Let's see, what are we looking for? Probably something, yeah, it's fine. But, you know, it would be really nice to have like a Hidden Strings or something like that. This tapped. Normally I would want to lead on my Botanical Sanctum, but Lotus Field kind of makes that a little different. Okay, Island Opt. So is this Inverter? Yep, looks like it. Alright. I don't think that it is worth cycling quite yet. I would rather use it as a small ritual later on, so I'm just going to play out the Lotus Field and pass. Razor. Interesting. So why don't we just develop our mana more by playing Thespian Stage, playing green, casting Grazer, putting on our Sanctum, and then copying our Lotus Field. So lots of mana now. Are they gonna push our Grazer? Nice. All right, well, can we, yeah, so we can actually just, in this spot, Fey for Tome Scour and Tome Scour them. Kind of unexciting, but there you have it. Tome Scour you. Your turn. All right. So post board, we're really going to be fighting through some number of damage spheres. So the number of damage spheres that Inverterless has been playing has definitely been going down. I want my disputes. I want these deliverances. Worst case, I can cycle them. I think I'm gonna not bring in the third piece for that, but it'll definitely be on my mind. I do think I want Niv-Mizzet in this matchup. And yes, I also do want to bring in the Thought Distortion just as kind of another haymaker. Don't need this. Don't need this. These matchups go long, so I kind of do want the dig. So what are we trimming on? Thassa's Oracle. Grazers aren't amazing. I want to cut 2 Grazers, and then let's cut one more thing. Let's cut Vizier. Check this. All right, we got some stuff. I think honestly, this matchup is all about developing your mana initially. Typically, you're going to get your hand disrupted, you're going to get counterspelled, but if you can really like flush out your mana, I think you're going to be in a good spot. So let's keep this. And hopefully we'll have plenty of Lotus Fields in no time. They're playing the Rivulet. Fun. Alright. In strings, fine pickup. We have everything to combo in our hand, but since this is an interactive matchup, I suspect this game to go on a little longer. Fabled Passage. What do they do with their scry? Top. Sure. Let's go ahead and cast Someone's Crying. We want to get another Thespian stage, I believe. Maybe we want to go ahead and get Blast Zone just in case they do have damping spheres. It'd be nice to have access to one of these. Yeah, let's do that. Kind of hedging a little bit. Since we already have a second stage, or yeah, a stage for a second field. I think I'm even going to... Ooh, a Jace. Jace is good. Ooh, a Nim is it? That one is powerful. So, okay, so the debate right now is between Blast Zone and Pick It Up right now, or just go ahead and deploy the Lotus Field. If I play the Lotus Field this turn, and they have a damping sphere, it's really bad for me because then I've kind of double stone range myself. However, it does get me much closer to casting Sniv Mizzet. Because if I go Lotus Field this turn, next turn I can play Stage, copy it, and then the turn after I could just slam the Niv Mizzet. If I put Blast Zone, then I'm much further away from that. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna... play the Lotus Field. Alright, Thoughtseize. I wonder what they're going to take here. We kind of have like a good redundancy in the fact that we have our combo, that they're going to want to disrupt in some way, and we have this scary Haymaker. They took our Hidden Strings. Okay. Ooh, I didn't even check to see if I had any fancy Hidden Strings lines to play Niv Mizzet next turn. No, I don't think I did. But it's likely we're getting double Thoughtseized or something. Yep, there it is. CMC of this too, right? I believe so. They took our Fae. Huh. That's kind of weird. Like these, I can still cast these cards from the graveyard. Anyways. Ooh. Alright, so let's continue to develop our mana. Okay. So it looks like we're going to be able to cast this Niv Mizzet, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, I think best case scenario for them is they just remove it, but I still get to draw a card off of it. So yeah, I'm in for this. Nim is it? Is it a dig? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it can't be countered, so it's going to resolve, and it's past the turn. We actually could just be dead to combo here, right? Yeah. Inverter Oracle. All right. Fair enough. Sad that I didn't get to do. So I was kind of banking on their hand being a little more reactive than it was, but yeah, that's the power of that deck, is that it just gets to turn the corner. Our other option for this turn was to, like, you know, pour over the pages into trying to go off with Underworld Breach, but in the face of just a bunch of mana and no way to protect my combo, it felt like that was too risky. So I think I like the way I sideboarded, so let's run it back for game 3. Not enough lands. Too many lands, but 2 Scry lands. I'm going to put one of these Lotus Fields on the bottom. I'm pretty happy with this. I don't think we need another one of those. Ooh, Dispute's nice. Yeah, I think I want to hold that up and use this as an opportunity to cast his Temple. Forward the pages is pretty good. Let's keep that. I'll dispute a Jace or a Thought Erasure. Not an opt, though. Yeah, we'll dispute that. And let's cast Strategic Planning. Ooh. Yeah, let's get this dig. And yeah, we'll play Lotus Field. Definitely a little weak to Damping Sphere, but I think it'll be fine. Quick bottom. What are we stuck on, lands? Nope. Yeah. Ooh, sweet. Yeah, let's just develop our mana. They're cycling. Plenty of lands over there. All right, and they're tapping out for Jace. Plusing on themselves. This makes me feel good about potential of dying next turn is reduced. So I think at this point I am going to cycle this Deliverance because I want to give myself the highest chance of being able to go off next turn. So let's copy, cycle. Hello! Alright, well that's pretty tempting. I think we could still lead with Pour Over the Pages here. Since, you know, opponent's tapped out, so if we definitely need this Grazer. So we can actually do all of these this turn. It's pretty cool. So let's cycle. Let's dig. Dig getting a lot of the cards out of our graveyard isn't great. So do I want to dig for 3 mana since I have a land drop this turn? And it could still Thought Distortion. Let's see how much we want to get rid of here. Definitely all the lands and the Grazer and the this and the we have another Strategic Planning and how many cards does that leave us with? 4. Yeah, I think I want to spend 1 more mana. Just to leave 1 more card in my graveyard, because I think I have the mana to spare, but not the cards in graveyard. Okay, so if we get Fae, Hidden Strings, we'll have 9 mana down to yeah, 9 mana, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, 4 for Fae, another 2 for Breach. So that's 6. And then we'll be able to Hidden Strings from our graveyard. At 6 mana. So we'll have 1 mana. Or no, and then, yeah, and then we'll be unlocked and be able to go off. Okay, so yeah, I think we got it here. Fae and Hidden Strings. Let's go ahead and cast Hidden Strings. Oops. Red. Cast granted. Breach. Cast breach. Cast hidden strings. Strategic planning. Grab hidden strings. What are we looking for that'll really kick us off here? So we can play Fae. So this would be 6 mana to play, discard 2 lands, and grab a Tome Scour. I think that we do have that mana available to us. So let's hidden strings. Let's cast this. Let's bounce it to our hand. Discarding some lands. Let's hidden strings. Granted. All right, we got there. Pretty cool. I can definitely see how this is a really good matchup if our opponent doesn't have access to something like Damping Sphere. Their counterspell interaction does not seem great. Or it seems like we can fight through it pretty well. I'm going to hidden strings here.
All right, so we're gonna grab our Jace. All right. There we go. We've rallied now that we're getting the hang of this deck a little bit. Let's go to the last match. All right, here we go. Yeah, I like this hand. We are really looking for a Lotus Field, but we've got some ways of digging for it. So let's keep. Don't need another. All right. Blink. What are we playing here? Is this a mirror? Let's cast our planning. Let's grab Vizier. If we are playing a mirror, then this Blink of an Eye is kind of a cute card to have access to. Satyr Wayfinder, okay. So it could be Sultai still. It is. It's Sultai. Okay. What do they grab? They grabbed another Breeding Pool. Ooh, we found our own Satyr Wayfinder. Fun. Let's play it. Thespian Stage. Okay. I don't think there are any counter spells I need to worry about game one. So as long as I can go for it, I will. I'll snap off this block. Maybe that was bad. Ooh, that was a good draw. We can. So we could, no, can't do anything fancy this turn outside of scrying for our field, playing it, passing. Next turn, we have potential to do a lot of crazy stuff, though. Tireless Tracker, Fabled Passage, combo. Alright, let's see if they have any spells that can disrupt me here. They could have a Decay. That would certainly not be bad. All right, so we can Vizier for an extra mana, and then copy Thespian Stage and Hidden Strings untap both of those. And then we'll be off to the races. So let's see what we get with this. Just a land. I wonder if I can use one of these hidden strings to tap their lands. So, okay, so I'm going to copy and untap, and then I am going to target their lands with a hidden strings to play around Abrupt Decay. Is that crazy? Or I could just do one of their lands and one of mine. But then they're going to float. Yeah, that'd be fine. Alright, so let's copy. Trophy. Wow. All right. You got me. Yeah, nothing I can do here. So we will grab our. Oh, we just drew our forest. Amazing. Okay. Yeah, brutal. That hurts. So do we want to use this mana at all? I actually don't think so. So we'll just play our temple, scry land at the bottom, and pass. I mean, we could bounce this, but I kind of want to bounce it with kicker. Is that too greedy? Maybe that's too greedy. I think I could take another hit, though. Assassin's Trophy. Nice. So yeah, I mean, I could have beaten an Abrupt Decay pretty easily there, but the trophy really was pretty good for our opponent. And we're getting Thought Seized. It's all falling apart now. Ooh. Okay. Having another Lotus Field isn't actually that bad here, since we can, you know, we've made enough land drops to where we can play it. Next turn at least. But yeah, for now, I think I'm just going to, I think I'm going to main phase this blink that's kicked. All right, well, that one's not good. Really need to draw something here. We've got plenty of mana. But it has a lot of cards in hand. But if we rip something like a Breach or a Fae, I think we should be able to still be in it. That's a fast clock, though. It's a fast clock. I think they probably wanted to untap Forest to crack a clue? I don't know. Oh, they have a play. It's a Thoughtseize. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you know, some mana down, but it's not the worst. Best main stage. Yeah, playing that is certainly more mana than playing the Lotus Field, so I will do so, even though it tips my opponent off on what I drew. Oh, but you know what? I should have main phased the copy, because they could potentially have another Assassin Trophy. I don't know how many of those they play, though. Ooh, can they activate Ishkana this turn? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. They can. Okay, so we're dead. Nice. Good job, opponent. You got me. All right. Well, game 1 is supposed to be the good game for me in this matchup. Is this a Thought Distortion matchup? They have, you know, their creatures are kind of a problem. I'm not sure. Is it a dispute matchup as well? I mean, they're going to have their own disputes, right, post-board. And I think I actually do want to bring in like an Hour of Devastation or something. Let's see how much of this we can fit in. I don't think Blink is that great. I don't like this or 2 of these. This. All right, and this is probably a little overkill. Thought Distortion. This is a good Thought Distortion matchup. I actually just don't think so. And I think that this is something that we can find with Fae if we want. Let's try this. All right, not bad. Also not bad. It's going to stock up our graveyard here. So we have a Breach. We could have a redundant one. For like a discard spell or something. Or we could pick up this mystical dispute. I think I like the dispute. We have enough gas that I'm not that worried about them thought seizing us. Jace would have been nice to be able to dispute that, but not in the cards. Let's start with our strategic planning, and then we'll figure out what we want to do. We can either hold up dispute or play our Lotus Field. Blast Zone. I'm going to take the Sylvan Scrying. And I will play Lotus Field. Okay. We've got a lot of angles that we can take on this game, so not terribly worried about a thought seize. That makes sense. They're looting now, that also makes sense. Alright, discarded a Traverse, now it's our turn. Ooh. Vizier's kind of cool because it lets us Sylvan Scrying and copy this turn, right? Does it do that? Yeah. So let's leave with this. So we'll scrying. For a Thespian stage, play it, copy. No Assassin's Trophy this time. Alright. Makes me feel kind of cozy. Have all this mana. Alright, so we are gonna get thought seized again. Probably gonna take our Ugin, but we got some stuff. We got Pour Over the Pages. We got a Grazer to discard. You know, life's good. And you can kind of see why just like bringing in these like Haymaker threats just adds a good amount of redundancy to what we can do. They took our pour over the pages. All right. Hello. So we have 7 mana. We can Fey. For a breach. And try to go next turn. And we'll have a dispute. I like the sound of that. Yep. We don't have a hidden strings quite yet, but we've got some pour over the pages and some food, so it should be able to dig us pretty far. Although if our opponent has a dispute, we don't have enough mana really to go off. We need to draw an untapped land to be able to dispute back. So that's interesting. And I do believe that they have a dispute based on their shock last turn. And also, I think that they were considering playing Uro this turn, but they don't have another blue source. Swamp's kind of getting in their way there. Land. Fey. What does that do for us? Kind of annoying because they do get to Thoughtseize us next turn. Is there something else we can do from our graveyard? So we breach, and then we could strategic planning. We'd have 3 mana, but if we don't hit exactly, kind of an awkward spot for us. So we breach and then we cast Pour, then we're just done if they counter it. Which I'm confident they have. Is there something else we can Fey for? I kind of want to pay for a land, but that's just not an option. Let's... So Breach is just not going to work out this turn. Let's cast Granted. Right? What are we getting? Just Tome Scour. That would be not bad. Yeah. Because then next turn we could potentially just grab our Tome Scour now, and then next turn we could like play Breach and then Tome Scour ourselves a bunch looking for hidden strings. It'd be a lot of looks for our 4 of. Yeah, grab Tome Scour. And we'll pass. Seven mana, just not enough, you know? Yeah. Thoughtseize is annoying. Man, if we just ever have the opportunity to resolve this Ugin, it'll be great. But we're kind of 2 lands off from being able to do it with Dispute Backup. We only have 1 Underworld Breach left now in our deck. Not the best. Alright, they're getting a basic here. That's fine. Huh. I want to cycle this. I really want to have a land drop. Pour. Well, we can't pour. Well, I mean, we could get the Dispute out of their hand. Yeah. I think that's worth. So we cast Pour. They dispute. If they have multiple disputes, it's annoying. Yeah. If they have like a disdainful stroke or something, that would be good for us. No, dispute is going to resolve. I'm not going to cast this Tome Scour. Just because if we milled our Breach, that would be a disaster. And I think having the card in hand is actually pretty decent for Fae. Tracker. Okay. Whoa, they're popping a clue. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Give me land. One time. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Land. Yes. Alright. They have like a big counter spell. You got me. But I'm slamming this. Yeah, and I'm just going to plus on this Tireless Tracker. They have a trophy. Awkward. I guess that's why they weren't worried about this. So this is going to be an Uro. First for some goodies. Alright, so it looks like they found a Jace, played it. Makes sense. Alright, give me some good. Sylvan Scrying. We're kind of just out of good things that we can get. It's probably me messing up somewhere, maybe in sideboarding. Let's Sylvan Scrying. For a Blast Zone. Play it. Play a Fae. Pass. Alright, so what's the plan here? What are we going to put our Blast Zone on? Do we want to pick up the Fae? Yeah, I think I'm just going to take this and tick this up to 3 to Fog and Uro for a turn. But I mean, I can block this. Alright, Temple. Okay. Yeah. I feel like every time I've scryed in this league, it's been that card. Kind of funny. Did they not use their Jace at all? Nice. I could have played my other Fae, but it's fine. Alright. Let's pop this.
Hello, Emrakul. All right, counter that. And do I want to bring this in my hand? Yeah, I think I do. All right, opponent, do your worst. Interesting. Ah, I see. I know in paper you're not allowed to look at your opponent's sideboard. Is that true on Magic Online as well? I think it is. Hello, friend. All right, here we go. Off to the races. Oh, come on. Wait, we've got Faye. Can we? Is there anything we can get? Blink of an eye. Jace? Just on a cantrip? Yeah, let's just get a Jace down. I don't know why I floated all this, but here we are. Jace. Play it. Mill me. Okay. Alright. I'm certainly not winning this match because of time pressure, but I wonder if I could squeeze this game out. We just need to draw a breach, right? Ooh, Liliana. What are they picking up? Scavenging Ooze? That probably locks me out pretty well. Pick up Scavenging Ooze, trophy my Jace. This game. Because I won't be able to win anymore. I need this to not get exiled in order to win. I'm fairly sure. Can you granted for stuff in exile? I think outside of the game is different than in exile. All right. I mean, we can granted this Scavenging Ooze off the board, right? With a... Ooh, Hour of Devastation is pretty spicy here.
Hello. Hello. Yeah, let's start with granted for Hour of Devastation. It's kind of fun. Well, it looks like they're considering countering this, which is not great. Dispute. You know what? Huh. Yeah. If we paid... I'm just gonna let this resolve and cast an visit. What could possibly go wrong? They don't have any removal spells in their graveyard, so... this guy. I guess we have to chump. Yeah, I didn't think that through too much. We're at 6. Yeah. Yeah, I think this one slipped away. I'm sure I could have won this match. I don't know. I feel like I made a lot of decisions that didn't end up working out well. But there you have it. This was my rundown of Breach. Hope you enjoyed it. It was definitely a learning experience for me. Definitely different than, like, you know, watching somebody with mastery of the deck play through it. It was me, like, stumbling and figuring things out and looking for spots where I was wrong. So hopefully that was a good learning experience for the viewer as well. So see you next time.